Hello, I'm Vicky from the Powderpuff room, and I thought I would make my first ever Lush haul. I've never made a Lush haul before, but after my recent visit to the Lush spa in Poole, I thought it would be quite interesting to show everything I bought. Okay. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell you about everything I bought in Poole. Now you have to remember that when I went, I have 2 children. I have my husband, I have my friend, and I've got my parents both with me. And we all came down in this 7-seater car, but it was very squishy, so I had to bear this in mind when shopping and make sure that we were going to get it home. But let's face it was Lush. I was going to leave my friend behind before I was going to leave Lush behind. So while I was in Poole, I probably went in the shops about 2 days, and then maybe a few near the end I got my husband to pop in and just pick up a little bit for the road. But while I was there myself, I have come back with 3 bags this size, and then we got in a little bit of trouble and I knew I wasn't going to get more in that bag, so I obviously had to buy the very beautiful Butter Bear canvas bag. So I think in a way that makes my orders a little better, because it wasn't loads of little bags, it was a big one, so it counts as not many, right? That's how it works. I will go through some of the bits I bought while there. I popped in a day before my treatment because I was booked in for a treatment on the Wednesday and we got there on a Monday. So on the Tuesday I popped in and said hi and thought I'd have a little look around, because knowing I'd be so busy on the Wednesday I was really worried I wouldn't get enough time to shop, which turned out not to be true because I was pretty much there all day. They're probably sick of me by now. So the first things I'll go through will be my soaps. Zen, which is available in London and in Lush Poole. I don't know if any of the other stores got it when we got some of the exclusives, but in Northampton we didn't know. But you can smell the patchouli and you can definitely smell the sandalwood. And it also has little clusters, or should I say little luster of gold glitter in it. I'm not going to go into too much detail of the ingredients used because I've got quite a lot of stuff to get through and this video might end up being an epic movie if I went into everything. So I will go over them and I'll tell you briefly what they smell and look like, and then I will have a vlog/blog, whichever. And sometimes I end up doing both, though I tend to stick to my blog more, which will have more detail of the actual item individually. So the second soap I picked up was Old Father Time, and I don't know if you've seen this in shops, but it's like a large circle with Father Time on the side and loads of cogs, and it's brought out for Christmas to bring you into New Year, and this is kind of the celebration I love. I love Christmas, but New Year is my favourite because it's all about new beginnings and making things better than the last. Fragrance wise, it's kind of herbally, and you can smell the sage and thyme infusion. The next soap I picked up was the Milky Bar. I think it's meant to share the same fragrance as the Milky Bath Bubble Bar that you can now get in all stores, which was originally a Lush Oxford Street exclusive, but we are now lucky enough to be able to get our hands on it. The soap has not come to all stores though, but again I know you can get it in London still and in Poole, which is where I picked it up. And again it just smells really creamy and milky, and I believe it is made with soya milk. Another soap I picked up, which I'd never smelt before but I've heard of, is the sea salted caramel, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You can smell the caramel and it smells almost edible. The downside is probably not for most people, because you're not always going to be travelling in a tight car getting home. But the downside for me is it's been melting a little bit, but that'll be fine now we're home and I can unpack it. It's not taken any of it away, it's just very creamy and oily from all the moisture. And this is how it looks. You can see the different layers of caramel. To a lot. I was very spoiled, and there's some very lovely people in Poole. And one of the treats I got that I was very excited about was this tomato soup soap, and I never got to smell it before, so it was really lovely to get a chance. And it does smell just like tomato soup. It reminds me a little bit of my husband because he's a chef. So unfortunately I will probably always associate him with food. Poor man. It does smell really good. It does smell just like tomato soup. I'm not even that keen on soup, but the soap itself smells lovely. I was also given a lovely chunk of maypole, which my mother has claimed because it is so gorgeous. It looks like a big stick of rock and it smells like one too. So if you get a chance to pick that up, I definitely recommend it. When I was in Lush, Oxford Street, I really wanted to try the cold pressed soaps, and I didn't remember until I was at the till. Luckily one of the staff members ran down and got the gardener one for me, but then I got home and I thought I really should have looked around and got all three, but I heard that they were rumoured to come to store, so finally they have. And while I was on holiday, I believe they must have hit all of our stores, but I was going to buy it while I saw it. So I picked up the Happy Hippie one from Lush Poole. This one smells of patchouli and sunflower, I believe. And it's gorgeous. It's really uplifting, and I think it's kind of warming and bringing you into the little bit of a summery feel if the winter is depressing you a little bit. I also picked up the Mechanic, and I've been wanting this one for ages just because of how cute it is. This one got a little broke on the way home, so obviously I'm going to have to buy it again, but I don't think that will be a problem because I can see my husband and my dad, who are big fans of Snow Fairy, liking this because it's a very similar fragrance. I think it's a really sweet design with a little spanner there. This soap is meant to be exfoliating and help to get out all grime and grease, where if you're a mechanic or whatever else you do, which may need it. It is fragranced with rosemary, and I do think it has a very similar sweetie scent to Snow Fairy, so I think if you're a fan of that, you will love this. This is Celebrate body lotion. It's a Christmas release. It smells of oranges and cognac. I think it's a gorgeous Christmas edition. It says as it's Christmas, a splash of cognac gets you in the festive mood, and I think that's very true, you know. I think it's also kind of, though I usually associate citruses with summer, I think it's also lovely in the winter because it's uplifting and kind of gives you a comfort. If you're anything like me, you just want to hibernate in winter a little bit, and it's nice to have a little perkiness to get you skipping out the door. If you are a fan of the Celebrate body lotion, you will also love First Snow. This is a Christmas edition dusting powder, which you can use for a lot of things. I use it in my hair, I use it after I've moisturised if I want to stop myself feeling a bit greasy. I use it sometimes to dry my face if I have quite an oily foundation on. You can brush it over. I love it in my hair because it fragrances it. And this one, if I can get some out, and this one, if you can see it, has a lovely shimmer to it, which I believe both dusting powders from Christmas has. And as I said, this smells also of oranges and lime. Powders are also quite cooling, which may not be what you look for in winter, but I also think it's really relevant because once you get out of the bath, you do want to be dried and cooled off. You don't want to feel clammy any time of the year. So I do think this is a lovely product, and it complements the body lotion perfectly. Next, I will take you over my shower gels. I already have a Lord of Misrule, but I wanted to get a very, very large bottle. And this isn't the largest they do, which I completely forgot about the size in Oxford Street where they do the 1 kilogram bottles. This is actually one of the Halloween releases, and it is Lord of Misrule Shower Scream. And I like anything with a funny play on words. So, like the bath bomb, this smells of patchouli and black pepper. I also picked up a 500-gram bottle of rose jam. I absolutely love rose jam. I discovered it last year in one of the gift sets, I believe, and I've still had my bowl going until this year, but I thought I'd better stock up just in case it doesn't last any longer. Succumb to the exquisite sweetness of the luxurious floral shower gel. You've been kissed by a rose. So yeah, that's also another nice warming Christmas edition. Lastly, I was gifted by the lovely Lush Bournemouth a 500-gram Snow Fairy. Most people know Snow Fairy. It's one of Lush's popular ones, and like I said, my husband loves it, my dad loves it, and it's like a candy floss sweet fragrance that a lot of the products are scented with this Christmas. So if you do like it, you should go down to store and check out. There's a bath bomb, a bubble bar, a reusable bubble bar, and a dusting powder, all fragranced with this. If you've seen any of my videos, you will know that my son is a massive Lush fan, and as soon as I take him into the store, he will run off with a shop assistant, and I will be hoping that I can still see him. He loved Lush Poole, and he was so excited to meet everyone and try out the products he hadn't seen before, because though I'd been to a blogger event and shown him some of the Christmas stuff I had got from it, he's not seen it himself. So one of the products he loved, which is also one of my favourites, is the Magic of Christmas reusable bubble bar. So if you don't know how reusable bubble bars are used, you simply can just like swish it through your water or hold it under a tap, and it will make loads of bubbles in your bath, and most of the time will change the colour of the water. I haven't used this yet, but I will be using this soon, and I'm sure Freddie would like to use his one too. So with it being on a large cinnamon stick, as you can imagine, the fragrance is cinnamon and clove. It's a lovely warming fragrance and one of my favourite. While in Lush Bournemouth, I was talking to one of the salespeople, and they were telling me how now there are new toothy tabs in store. I've never tried a Lush toothy tab. I've never tried anything but my usual toothpaste. So I was a bit unsure if I wanted to try something else, and I still haven't tried them yet, but I will let you know what I think of them. Obviously I had to buy myself some oral pleasure, because obviously what could make you happier, and I brought my husband some dirty because he loves anything dirty, and this is probably the PG part of my video because that all sounded very, very wrong. So I've never used a toothy tab before, but from what the label says, all you have to do is chew up one in your mouth and brush as normal. They're meant to be healthier for your teeth because there's no fluoride in them, and they come in different flavours, so you don't even have to stick to mint. Now I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I'm used to that minty feeling and sometimes think that is what makes your mouth feel fresh, but I like to try new things, so I'm going to give it a go. Mine is Oral Pleasure and it is passion fruit flavoured, and my husband is obviously minty like other dirty Lush products. Obviously you can't go to Lush and not pick up some bath bombs. I wasn't sure if to get any because I was a bit worried about my travelling back and how crushed they'd be, but I was very spoiled this holiday and was given some gorgeous bath bombs, and luckily my Lush perfume turned up just as I was leaving to Poole, so I quickly brought that with me, and the box came in really useful for getting it home, so I refused to be shamed for being so obsessed I had to take my post with me. James.
You attacked the postman.
I didn't attack the postman.
Attack the postman.
I didn't attack the postman. I just waited and wanted to know that my perfume would be safe with me before I went away for a week. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Anyway, so yes, I used my big Lush box to store my bath bombs, and I'm just going to do this and James can catch. Oh, my son calls these his little friends, so if I refer to them as little friends at any time, it's not me being weird, it's my child being weird, okay? But I'll just take my little friends out of the box and I can show you what bath bombs I picked up. One of the bath bombs I was given, I have tried before, but sometimes trying Lush in my house, I don't always get to experience them properly because, as I said, I have a very obsessed 4-year-old. So the time I did try the frozen bath bomb, it was very rudely interrupted, but I was lucky enough to be gifted this, and I can't wait to try it again because it does smell so lovely. The frozen bath bombs are a similar scent to Happy Happy Joy Joy. As you can see, this bath bomb is a blue icy colour with a dark blue in the centre. It's kind of covered in silvery luster. All the new additions from Oxford Street, I'm pretty sure had glitter in them, and for me that's wonderful because I love glitter. It's scented with rose oil and neroli. I think I use neroli a lot in pregnancy, and if I'm right, I believe it is beneficial to stretch marks. This smells amazing. I have bought one before and I don't know why I've not tried it, because Avabath, great name again. I like any name that makes me laugh. The avocado smells lovely. Obviously it's very similar smelling to the avocado co-wash, and I always think this fragrance reminds me a bit of 2543 from Gorilla Perfumes, which I'll have to check the ingredients. I don't know if they share a similar one or if it's just the kind of citrusy kind of sweet flavour to it. The last bath bomb I was given is one of my favourites, and I did pick this one in Lush Oxford Street and I've picked it up again in Northampton. I've been gifted it before because people know it's one of my favourites. It is the Yoga Bomb and it smells stunning. When you first look at it, it looks a bit plain. It's just plain orange, and you know, you could underestimate it. This is scented with an uplifting sandalwood oil and a comforting Cassie Absolute. The last bath bomb I picked up was the Luxury Lush Hood, and it kind of looks like a psychedelic version of a Christmas pudding. It's very similar to the Twilight bath bomb. It's got lots of lavender in it. It smells gorgeous, and I've not used it, but I've seen it demoed and it's beautiful. Lots of bright colours, and if you can see on top, it even has a little Christmas holly. One of the things I picked up from Lush Bournemouth was the new bath oil, which has just come to stores. Again, I wasn't going to pick this up because it's very difficult travelling with a bath melt in a very crowded car, but when my son saw it, he loved it because it is a little pink ball. This is the Razzle Dazzle Bath Melt. Melting in my hands from holding it. It's fragranced with violet leaf, absolute and bergamot oil, as well as having lots of moisturising shea butter. Another thing I was treated to was the avocado co-wash, which I have tried before and it's one of my favourites. It's a stunning scent. So as well as having avocado, it has nettle leaf and rosemary infusion and lots of softening cocoa butter. This is a co-wash, so it's to replace shampoo and conditioner. I find it can be a little difficult to use sometimes as you're trying to lather it, but if you really get into it, it does lather well and it leaves your hair feeling lovely. Next I picked up another shampoo. I've not had too many Lush shampoos. I've used a few of the solid bars and then I tend to stick to I Love Juicy and American Cream, but I wanted to try something a little different. I'm a big fan of the smell of violets, so I tried Daddy-O, and I've smelled this before but I've never got to try it. I've always read it and it says how it's great for blondes and it's got lime in, which makes your hair really shiny, and it's quite a cleansing ingredient. So for that reason I never thought to pick it up, but of course it will still work on brunettes and I thought I'd give it a go. It made my hair lovely and soft, and it's a bit flyaway now, but this is actually from just using this and not doing anything else with it. So it does leave it in nice condition, and the smell is just stunning. You can smell the violets so freshly. Because Mark made this for himself, everything in here fits his values. It's organic fruits, fairly traded essential oils and made fresh by hand. So this is the Daddy-O shampoo. Next I got the Christmas Santa Baby lip tint. Now it's what I'm wearing now. I have a lip liner underneath because I always line my lips with most lipsticks unless they are the kind of matte velvet ones that you don't need to so much. It says tint, but I think it depends on the amount of layers you use, because I suppose if you wanted to use it softly you could, if you just took a bit and rubbed it in, or you can just keep applying it and it will just be a nice bright red lipstick, which is what I love. I haven't looked into the ingredients of this yet, and I need to because I've been wearing it all day today. I don't know what kind of condition my lips are in now because I can't actually see myself, but there's something in here that smells very similar to, I don't know if any of you have tried the Bubble Grub bubble bar. I don't know, I can't make out what it is and I'll have to check. It contains obviously lots of shea butter and organic castor oil, organic rose hip oil, sunflower wax. Yeah, I can't see anything I can recognise this fragrance by, but I suppose most people won't buy a lip tint because of its smell, but I'm just strange like that and always remember fragrances. And yeah, it's quite nice, but again it would probably affect like what perfume I wear and what creams I wear. I'd probably have to use this with other things that work together scent wise because I'm strange like that. While I was in Lush Poole, it's also a spa, as I said, and they have their very own temple bars. I don't believe you can get these anywhere but in the Lush spas, and there is a Whoosh temple bar, obviously with the same fragrance as Whoosh, all kind of lime, and it's, you just rub it on your temples and it's good to relieve stress, and yeah, and it smells just like Whoosh, and I guess that would mean it would be quite uplifting with the same kind of properties that Whoosh would have. It's also got grapefruit, rosemary oil. So that is the Whoosh Temple Bar. The second one is Dreamtime Temple Bar, so that would be the same as your Dreamtime bath melts. It's got lots of lavender and chamomile, and it will help with stress, and it will also help you with restful sleep. Yeah, that's what it says. It's for a deep and restful sleep. So there are two that I have bought to try out, especially as I can't get them unless I go back to a spa. That's all my individual products. So next I will show you my gift sets. First I will show you my unofficial gift set, but this was given to me by some very special friends in Poole, and I think it's beautifully wrapped. As you know, Lush like to do a lot of their gifts with their little knot wraps, so I will open it up and show you what's inside. Okay. So inside here is my little gifts, and looking at this gift set you'd think someone knows me pretty well, so they know how much I love sweetie pie, and unfortunately this has been discontinued, so it's good to stock up. If you've tried sweetie pie, it's a similar fragrance to the Comforter, and You Snap the Whip, which was also discontinued, another favourite of mine. It smells of cherries, coconut, and you can use it whole, you can cut it up, you can freeze them and rub it all over you when it's warm and you want to cool down. You know, the general use of jellies, and this is one of my favourite sweetie pie ones, so this just came as in my little gift. Next are the new Christmas fun bars, and I've been wanting to get these but I haven't yet, so this came at a great time, and I keep saying I'm going to get them for my son, but we all know that I'm going to have to try them out first. So you've got the fun snowman, which comes with 3 different colours, the white, the black and the orange. All share the same scent, and it's a kind of tropical scent, the same as the bunch of carrots that we had for Easter. It includes lemon oil, bergamot oil, so as you can imagine it's very citrusy and tropical smelling, and it's all the colours you need to make your very own little snowman. Next I have the Santa Fun. I've not even looked at these properly yet, so I can't tell you too much about how these smell to me, but I can tell you that it includes jasmine, which is another ingredient I love, ylang ylang oil, and again it's got lots of little clusters, and you have your red, gold, black and white to make your own Santa. So I'll have a little try by myself, with my son, and then we'll pop them in the bath and see how they are there. Next we have the Magic of Christmas Fun Bar, and these are gorgeous because if you probably can't see it on camera, but if you look at them, they're all just sparkle. There's so much little lustres of glitter over every colour in here. You've got blue, red, gold and white, tangerine oil, fennel oil and ylang ylang oil. I can't describe the smell too much, so I'm just going to open it. After all this, I may be getting to the point now where I can't smell anything else. Kind of very berry-like, but also berry-like, but kind of spicy and very festive smell, really. And lastly, for the funds, you have Snakes and Ladders. This is made with bergamot oil, bachu oil, cypress oil, gardenia extract, and you have yellow, green, kind of a pinky, and a blue. And again, I haven't smelt this one properly. Oh, and as soon as I open the packet, I can smell the citrus, but not overly citrus. I'd say it would be more of the, well, bergamot oil kind. It's not lemony citrus, but kind of a deeper one. I'm not sure how good I am at describing smells, but yeah, that is gorgeous. They're all really unique smelling though, even though they're fun. The last thing I got in my little gift was 7 of the eye powders, which I was so like near tears to get because it shows how much someone knows me. I love makeup. I was quite disappointed because I didn't pick up any of these when I was in Lush, Oxford. I was too excited by the little gems, which I love, but not as much as these. One day I'll have to do a separate video to show you some swatches of them because the colours are gorgeous. I can't even pick a favourite. I have Protect, which is kind of like a silvery colour. We have Unconditional, a kind of charcoal. Lucid, which I believe is a light green, but I believe this is the one where if you get it wet it will go a kind of darker, more vivid colour. Explore, a nice kind of dark purple. Happiness, beautiful gold. I can see why it brings happiness. Cherish, which is a lovely little pink. And lastly, Radiant, which you probably can't see, but I have it on my eyes at the moment with a darker base from Too Faced chocolate palette, I believe, but that's like a whole another story there. I could go into makeup a lot more. Next I will do my gift sets. I won't go into what's in them too much. I think that will be another story again. One of the first gift sets I noticed when I walked into the Lush Poole store was this beautiful little, would you say carousel? What would it be? Kind of, it's a wind up music box, and I thought it was so cute and stunning that I may very well have everything in it, but I thought I needed again. And it's a tin, and it probably works better on a flat surface, but I will try and play it for you now if I can find it. Where'd you go? So that was one of my So that was one of my favourite gift sets, and you can get this for $34.95, which I think is a really good price considering it has 7 products in it, including a fun, reusable bar. I'm not going to tell you everything because that'll just spoil the surprise, but I will probably do a video of unboxing them a bit more into the month when people have seen it a little more. The next gift set was a gift that came with my snow fairy from Lush Bournemouth, so thank you very much. It's beautiful and I can't wait to open it, but I've been a bit worried about messing everything up, so I haven't done it yet. But this is the Magic Carpet gift set. It contains 6 gifts. You may be able to see a little peek here. Again, I'm not going to go too into it. I will do an unboxing of this because I've had a few people ask about this set. Includes some of the new Christmas products as well as some of the old favourites, massage bars, some dust and powders. I don't think it actually has any bath bombs in it, but it's got a few of my favourites, so I love this gift set, and I will tell you more about it in another vlog / blog, we'll see. Next, I was given some money from my parents, who told me to buy whatever I want as a Christmas present, and obviously I thought, what would be a more lovely gift from my mum and dad to get me, because they know me so well and I will choose it myself, but the adorable Butter Bear bag, which I've already showed you, and the Butter Bear gift set. This comes with, it comes on a little hinge, which I love. I don't know that's why, I just find it useful. And it has 6 Butter Bears in it. They smell gorgeous. As you can imagine, there are lots of different butters, so I won't tell you about it now. But these are great bath bombs to use with other bubble bars and other bath bombs, because this will not change the colour of the water, but they have great moisturising properties in them. And this is a beautiful little gift set. Nice little design around it. I think this was £15. And as I said, 6 Butter Bears in there, so I thought that was a really cute set and I had to get it to go with my bag. Lastly, I bought this giant The Human Cannonball gift set, which I did buy for my son, but I will give it to my son. I just need to have a little look first. It's like a large cracker. You pull the top and loads of confetti is meant to come out of it. I'm going to have to wait to Christmas when I give it to him to let you know what it was like, but obviously he's going to have to share with Mummy. This comes with 5 bath bombs, including some Christmas, Halloween, and a regular, and one that was from Lush Oxford Street, which is now in stores. I'm sure you can guess if you gave it a good enough try. But yeah, I think this makes a lovely present. This is a really good price. 5 bath bombs, beautiful packaged, and it's around £24.95, I believe. When I arrived home from my Lush Poole holiday, I was feeling a little sad because I'd had such a lovely time and I didn't want to leave everyone. But when I got home, about 10 minutes later, I had a last little gift, and it wasn't so little, it's rather massive. I got a 1 kilogram bottle of Snow Fairy, which I've already explained to you, but I'm just going to smell it again because it smells really good. And also I have another gift set which I was looking at but couldn't get my hands on before. It is the Sleeps Till Christmas box set, and I think it's so cute. It kind of reminds me of the Millier's moon, and you kind of count down the little numbers until Christmas. This box set is £29.95, I believe, and it includes 6 products. Some's reusable, some bath bombs, some bubble bars. I think this is a lovely set that kind of has a nice variety of the Christmas releases. So thank you very much to my special friends, and you know who you are. As I said, this Lush haul is inspired by my holiday to Poole, and it was a holiday that I had kind of planned around a visit to 29th Street, the first Lush store. It's beautiful. It's a big homely blue house basically, and you'll feel so comfortable there. Everyone was lovely, and I went for my treatment. They have their own little postcards, and exclusively to 29th Street is the 29th Street perfume. You can't get this perfume in any other Lush store. You can't get it online. It is only available in Lush Poole. It's gorgeous. It smells like Lush. It was created to smell like a Lush store, and it really does. Again, I'm not going to go into the perfumes, not even as much as the bath bombs, because I think perfumes are far too complicated and they need a vlog of their own, but I will let you know what I got. So I was gifted one of these from 29th Street, so thank you very much. I love them, and I had to buy another one because I couldn't imagine running out of this before I get back. And yes, I had to pick up another postcard because it's a memory you want to keep, and I even have one signed by them which I will keep and remember. So I picked up 3 more exclusive perfumes while I was in Poole, because these perfumes are only available in Lush Poole. I think they're available in Lush Oxford Street, but I didn't check when I was there. And of course they are exclusive also to the only Gorilla perfume store in Islington, which you should also visit because it is another must stop for any Lushies out there. These 3 scents I've got, I believe, are the fragrances similar to the new shower gels that were out in Lush Oxford Street. And I'm not going to tell you too much about the fragrances right now. I think it's going to be another video because there's so much to say, but they are beautiful, and I think that Lush perfumes are my favourite thing of Lush because their fragrances are so individual. They all tell stories and they all go into the products. So I picked up Cocktail, Super World Unknown, and lastly 1,000 Kisses. So if you ever get a chance to try any of these, you really should. They're beautiful, and I will blog about all of them so you can know more about fragrances soon. The last thing I bought was the Comforter soundtrack. I had the Comfort treatment. It was beautiful. Again, this would be a whole another blog because there's so much to say, but if the products weren't enough, the music really made it, and I've never felt so relaxed and so uplifted all at the same time. I'm a little strange and I could have sung all the way through my treatment, but it's only so weird. You can let people know you are. And so I bought the track, and they're songs you'll know, really popular songs, and they've been restyled into a Lush way. Wonderful musicians, beautiful singing, and it really made the treatment. So I bought this, and I also bought my mother the soundtrack for The Good Hour, which is what she had. So I believe that may be everything. I'll probably find something when I finished editing this whole thing. But I think that was it. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you like it, can I have a thumbs up? And you can subscribe. But if you really want to look into the details of any of the products I've bought, it is best to check out my blog. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed my video. Goodbye.
Yeah.
How do I get everything upstairs?
I don't know.